So today we will see how to install Chromium for iOS, and we will install it and we will work on iOS version of the Chromium and build a new browser for Chrome for iOS. This is the link where we can see the instructions, and we need a 64-bit Mac running 10.15.4 or later and Xcode 12.2 or higher. The current version of JDK required for Clojure compiler. I don't have JDK, so I will have to install it from Google, and here it is JDK download. Now I have Mac OS. I have Mac OS ARM. I have M1 processor, but I don't see JDK for ARM on macOS. I think they have built the same version for if we have M1 MacBook, then it will. Okay, we have now installed JDK OS X, and now we have to follow this command. Depot tools. Now I will have to get an SSD. Now let's see what the next command would be. It would be to add the path into the path variable. So let's type this command, and now we have to modify this. You just have to drag and drop and here we go. Now we have to get the code, and to get the code we have to add we have to follow this command. And we don't want to get history because it will be too long. So maybe we have to close the terminal and open it again. Now we have almost downloaded the source code. Okay, how to set up this build? Since the iOS build is a bit more complicated than a desktop build, we provide iOS build tools uh, setup-gn.py, which will create 4 appropriately configured build directories under out for release, debug device and simulator builds, and generates an appropriate Xcode project out dash build slash all dot Xcode project as well. More information about developing with Xcode. Xcode project is an artifact. Any changes made in the project itself will be ignored. You can customize the build by adding the file home slash dot setup dash gn. Create it if it does not exist. Look at the source iOS build tools setup gn config for available configuration options. From this point, you can either build from Xcode or from the command line using Auto Ninja. Setup create subdirectories named out slash configuration dash platform. So for a debug build that for simulator use, Auto Ninja is a wrapper that automatically builds provides optimal values for the arguments passed to Ninja. Note the setup dash in py script needs to run every time one of the build.gen file is updated, either by you or after rebasing. If you forget to run it, the list of targets and the files in the Xcode selection may be stale. You can run the script directly or use either gclient sync or gclient run hooks, which will run setup.py for you as part of the update hooks. You can add a custom hook to gclient file to configure setup-gin.py to run as part of gclient run hooks. In that case, your gclient file would look like this. You can follow the manual instructions on the Mac page, but make sure you set the gen arg target OS iOS. To be able to build and run Chromium and the test for devices, you need to have an Apple developer account. A free one will work, and the appropriate provisioning profile, then configure the build to use them. Code signing identity. Please refer to Apple documentation on how to get a code signing identity and certificate. You can check that you have a code signing identity correctly installed by running the following command: exe run security find identity. Okay, let's try this. Okay, now if you don't have a code signing identity, then you need to get from Apple, and if you have more than one identity, then system may select the wrong one automatically, and you can use the iOS code signing dash identity gen variable to control which one to use by setting it to the identity hash. Okay, once you have the code signing identity, you need to decide on a prefix for the application bundle identifier. This is controlled by the GN variable iOS bundle ID prefix. And usually corresponds to a reversed domain name. The default value is org.chromium. You need to request provisioning profiles from Apple for your devices for the following bundle identifiers to build and run Chromium with these application extensions: chrome.is.dev, chrome.is.content today extension, Okay, now if I get the error, I will get the mobile provisioning profiles, and if I don't get the error, I will not get them. Any target that is built and runs on the boards should run successfully in a local build. To run in the simulator from the command line, you can use iOS sim for example to run a debug build of Chromium /debug -iPhone simulator /iOS sim out/debug -iPhone simulator /chromium.app. That's all I think, and I don't know how much time it will take to download the source code. Thank you for watching, and let's see the info of the folder. So how much it has 1.63 GB on the disk. Yet it is downloading yet.